All right. Hey, Miss Sammy. Okay, I'm gonna start this workout. I'm have my headphones in this time, so I think the volume was good last time, but I'm inside, so I won't have to shout. I'm gonna be back there. We're doing tabata workout number 4, so there's 7 rounds, so it's a long one. You can do it shorter by just doing 4 rounds and just stop the video, so that's like a 20-minute workout. Um, I'll start with just a little warm up because it's early and I haven't moved my body yet, so I'll do that with you following me along. And what you will need though, as far as equipment, is a kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell, I have two 25 pounds and 35 pounds. 35 pounds is my limit, I think, right now for some of these workouts that I'm doing. And then 25 is much more doable. And then if you don't have a kettlebell, just get a set of dumbbells. And we'll be doing with the dumbbells, it would be like a different version of kettlebell swings, high pulls. I'm not sure what to do for the clean and the deadlifts yet for you, but we're going to do alternatives for you for those two. If you don't have kettlebells, we'll figure, there's a couple dumbbell workouts that you could do that will be working different muscles, but it'll still be something you can do. And then, and then like a chair or something, we're going to do tricep dips. So I have this stool, and so it'll just be, so you can just lean on something to do a dip. If you don't have anything to do a dip on, you can just do tricep push-ups. But yeah, so I brought the things so that way I can show you. Also, after the warm-up, I think I'm going to put on music on the computer, and I'm not sure if it's going to record it for you because of the headphones, like if it's going to be playing into the video or not. So either you're going to have music with me, and I don't know if it's music you're going to like, but it'll be like workout music. It's like hip hop, or it will be no music. So this will be an experiment just to find out. And yeah, so that's it. So we're going to warm up, and we're going to do just a little yoga to warm up. So we're going to just do a couple sun salutation A's and then B's. And yeah, we'll see. So start in prayer pose, standing at the top of your mat, and just breathe in and out. And in and out. Now with a slight bend to your knee, raise your arms to the sky. And swan dive to touch your toes. I'm just going to stay here for a couple breaths. You can alternate bending one knee and then the other. Just feel that stretch in the back of your legs. Okay, straighten both the knees. Keep a slight bend to your knees if you want. Stretch down, and then look up at the front of your mat, and we're going to step or jump back to a push-up position. Push up. Now we're going to go to up dog. And back to down dog. And just stay here for a couple breaths, and then you can alternate your knees, do whatever feels good. This is just a warm-up to get your body feeling nice and loose. All right, we're going to take a breath in and look at the top of our mats to jump or step forward. Breath in. All right, bend forward. With a slight bend to your knees, stand all the way up, arms to the sky, and back down to prayer pose. All right, we're going to do that 1, maybe 2 more times. All right, breath in, arms to the sky. Swan dive forward with breath out. Breath in and look at the top of your mat. before stepping or jumping into chaturanga. Now up dog. And back to down dog. All right, we're going to take a breath in and go back to the front of our mats. Breathe in and bend forward, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. Again, you can alternate, bend your legs, whatever you want to do, and then bend your knees and stand straight up, arms to the sky, tipping your pelvis forward and making sure that you're protecting your lower back and squeezing your tush. Breath in and back to prayer pose. Okay, we're going to do that one last time just to make sure we're all stretched in that area. Then we're going to do a little sun salutation 2 variation, and then I think we'll get into it. Okay, so breath to the sky, arms to the sky, and with a release, one time forward. Breath in to the top of your mat, then exhale to chaturanga. Breath in to down, up dog. Sorry, I forgot to say that. And breath down to down dog. All right, we can start here with actually a little bit of sun salutation too. So lift your right leg to the sky, keeping your hips parallel to the ground. And then you can tip open your right hip if you would like, and stretch your right leg back. Circle your ankle. Make sure to continue to breathe. Circle your ankle the other way. Hips back parallel to the ground. Ooh, feel that stretch in your left leg. And put your right leg back down. So you're back in down dog, 2-legged down dog. And then breath in. We'll take the left leg to the sky. Again, first keep your legs parallel to the ground. And then tip your left hip open so you can feel a stretch in your hips and in your left quad, front quad, and you can twist your ankle one way and then the other way. Ooh. And bring your hips back parallel to the ground and bring your foot back down, 2-legged down dog. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Breathe in and look to the top of your mat. And hop or step forward. Breathe in, look to the forward of your top of your mat, and exhale, releasing. And now you can put a slight bend to your knees and interlace your fingers behind your back, and we're going to do a shoulder opener, keeping your knees nice and bent. To feel your stomach on your legs, on the tops of your legs. You can lift up your toes while keeping your heels back and making sure that your knees are not over your toes, but they're back behind your toes. Ooh. All right, release. Straighten your legs and bend forward. And then arms to the sky. And release back to prayer pose. All right, I think that's enough of that, but we're going to do a couple more stretches. First, just stand at the top of your mat. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Put your left hand on your belly and your right hand over your heart. And we're going to do a couple belly breaths. So when you inhale, just make sure you feel your left hand lifting with your belly until your belly is all full, and then your chest will start to lift. Hold just at the top, and then we're going to release chest, releasing down first, and then your belly. And we'll take 3 deep breaths together. All right, and go. All right. So now I want you to spread your legs so your feet are just underneath your hips, and we're going to do some trunk twisters. So we're going to keep our arms perpendicular in front of us, and with keeping your hips staying forward, we're going to open up your right arm first towards the right and swing it back behind you, looking in that direction, and then bringing it back forward, almost clapping, and then doing the same thing with your left. And we're just going to go back and forth, inhaling when your arm comes back and exhaling as it comes forward. All right, now just swing your arms in front of you, front circles. And back circles. And do a little stretch across your body, left arm, and then right arm, left arm, right arm. You can put your left hand on your left hip and dip over with your right arm stretching up over your ear, and then switch right hand on your right hip and bending over to the right with your left hand swooping over your ear. All right, I feel like my shoulders really need some openers. All right, we're gonna do a couple air squats, like 10. So just make sure when you're squatting, you do your butt back, your knees kind of stay where you want them just over 90 degrees, just over your toes. You don't want them past your toes. Keep your glutes and your abs engaged. Just do 10 of them. And when you come up, make sure you scoop under your hips and your pelvis so you're protecting your lower back. Okay, now we're going to do a couple tin soldiers, which is just swinging your leg back behind you and touching your toes in front of you. And switch. All right, and last kind of warm up move, we're gonna go into a wide-legged horse stance. Just for the stretch version, I like to keep my hands kind of by my knees, so that way it's really not about my upper body. It's really about opening up my hips. I can dip in my shoulders if I want. If you want, you can do that too. Whatever feels good. Kind of rock from foot to foot. You can go into a full side squat if you'd like, Cossack squat. We're going to be doing some of those so you can get the stretch in. Get the motion down now if you'd like. Rocking from side to side. And then just step into a full squat, yoga squat. I'll just sit here for a minute. Making sure our hips feel nice and open. You can bounce if you'd like, or you can you can hook one elbow inside of the same leg, so left elbow, left leg, and lift your right arm to the sky, opposite arm to the sky, looking up if you'd like to get a little bit more of a stretch, and then switching. All right. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna put on music and see. I have water. Okay. So this is going to be the same Tabata style workout. I have the timer going, so you should be able to hear it even if there's music playing. And you can just, whoop, sorry, okay, apparently that doesn't work. That hurt my ears. I'm sorry if it hurt yours. Let's see, I'm going to try one more. I'm sorry if it's going to hurt your ears. Okay, that does not work to record and listen to music at the same time. So, good experiment. Glad it's over. Sorry you're looking at my crotch. Well, that is happening. Okay, no music. Okay, I'm ready. So the first round of Tabata. So there's 7 rounds in this version. Like I said, you can stop at 4 or whatever you want. The first one we're going to be doing is high knees and cossack squats. So high knees, just getting your knees up. If you don't want to do high knees, you could just run in place. The point is more so to get your heart rate up, but obviously the high knees gives you some more muscle strength in different ways. And then we're going to be doing Cossack squats, which is you stand in a, bring your legs wide beyond your hips, and you're just going to be keeping your feet on the ground. Your legs have to be pretty wide, but with your toes will be about 45-degree angles to the side of your mat, 45-degree angles out. And then you're just going to stand up one side, then the other. It's okay if the side you're leaning away from, if your foot comes off the ground, but make sure the side you're squatting towards, like your foot stays flat and 45 degrees angle out. Kind of hook your heel on the ground and stand up and squat to the other side. If you need to use your hands in the beginning, that's fine, but the goal is to eventually be able to use your leg, the leg you were squatting on, to push yourself up and over. Okay, so it'll be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 4 rounds of each of those. Okay, so I'm going to press start. And I think at this point you should be able to hear the ring when it goes. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're starting with high knees. Sorry. And stop. Okay, get ready for Cossacks. And go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. And then also with Cossack squats, the side you're leaning towards and you're squatting on, you want to make sure that your knee, it does kind of go over your toes in this one, but you want to make sure it stays being pulled back kind of behind you. You don't want it to dip into the middle of your body. So make sure you kind of pull your legs out. That was halfway. Make sure to engage your core. All right, last Cossack for this round. All right. Now we have a minute break. So take a sip of water. All right. Let me show you the next move. Okay. We're doing squat presses and kettlebell swings. So I'll probably pause the timer to finish showing you. I like the kettlebell swings with 35 pounds. I haven't been doing these lately though, so let me just pause. Okay, so I'll just show you the two moves with the 25-pound kettlebell and then alternatives with dumbbells. You could use whatever weight dumbbells you want if you're using dumbbells. Squat press. So you're going to start with your kettlebell, holding it kind of at the base underneath the horns, and holding it in towards your chest, elbows bent, and just kind of stand up first with it. And then you're going to do normal squat, so feet tilted. You want them almost going straight in front of you, but a little bit of an angle out, both out. And you're going to keep your knees pulling out towards the outer edges of your mat and engaging your lower core, pulling it up and back into your body towards your spine. You're going to keep your back straight and squat back, push your hips back, squat back, keeping your legs perpendicular to the ground. When you stand up, you tip your pelvis under and just push your kettlebell up over your head. And you want to do that motion so that way it's kind of, you're like making a window and you're kind of pushing your head through so your arms are by your ears and the movement kind of smoothly together. It's just if you want to see it. And that's the whole thing. Then I'll show you kettlebell swing, and then I'll show it to you with the dumbbell, what the alternative will be. So I find with kettlebell swings, I have to separate my legs a little bit more. It's just how, I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but it's how I like to do it. You're going to have a micro bend in your knees. Make sure you're really engaging your abs and your just kind of, the movement is in your hips. And then when you bring you want the kettlebell to go between your legs, and you want to scoop your hips under when you bring your kettlebell up and your hips back. And you want the movement to really be pushed by your hips. It's not a swing from your arms so much. And then I really just keep my elbows bent. I try not to bring my kettlebell so high. It's really like just eye level. Again, it's not trying to swing it all the way up. The movement is really in your hips. You don't want to like bend down, bend your legs. Keep your legs stable. And it's in your hips, making sure if you come forward, you really tuck your butt under and pelvis forward. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can do dumbbells. So for the squat and press, I picked two big ones to show you. I would think it would be easier if you do have one big one though, to hold it like this on either end. I'm already out of breath. Squat down and just push up, kind of resting it in your palm. You could do, if you only have lighter weights, you could hold them in front of you like this, two of them, so you have enough weight in you to make this a good workout. And squat and press, do it 2 press. And so that's really your elbows coming out and squatting over. So it's kind of a different workout, but it's manageable. And then a kettlebell swing alternative. Again, I recommend heavier kettlebell, but you can kind of do the swing just holding the dumbbell like this. I recommend being a lot more careful. I think it's easier to injure yourself doing dumbbell swings, but you can. And again, it's still just the same motion. And I guess I'd keep my elbows a little bit more bent with this because it's easier to hold. But again, the point is not to really swing your arms up so much. That's like part of just the balancing. It's really in your hips. Okay, so I'm going to press play. We have 17 seconds still. It's a good rest. And we're going to start with squat presses and then kettlebell swings. I'm just going to do 25 pounds for now. Maybe I'll try 35 towards the end. So 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I just keep holding on to the same kettlebell. It's easier. 3, 2, 1. Two, 1. Oh, someone's calling me. I feel like it's probably done. Yeah, sorry about that. Kettlebell swing. No break. Halfway. 2, 1. Make sure to breathe. 3, 2, 1. One more round. Last one. Bet you can hear all the breathing. It's probably worse with the headphones. All right. Whew. Great. Just gonna pause it because there's a lot of explaining to do. This is a cardio intensive one. Sorry, it's getting really hot. Opening up the window. Whew. Well, it was so snowy yesterday and gray this morning. And now it's clearing up. So nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to press play. We have a minute rest. I'll explain what we're doing. Although I think it should be pretty easy to explain. I'm not sure. I might run out of energy for the cardio part of this. So, just because I didn't work out at all this week for my period, so I'm like reconditioning up. But so the two exercises that we're going to do split lunges, which we did in the last video, which is just back and forth, jumping, making sure your knees stay out. Again, you can just step back, which I might do. I bruised my knee climbing really bad the other day, my right knee. I can still feel it. It's pretty good. It's okay. I think it's more surface. And then we're going to do burpees as the second one. So that would be starting with a little jump hop, back to push up. I tend to be one who does more like a full push up when I go, which makes the burpee harder. I'm going to pause it again, actually. A lot of people I know who do burpees, they do them faster than me. They're not usually doing a full push-up. So it's jump. It's more like a fake push-up. But you can also leave out the push-up altogether, make it more of a sprawly. The jump is too much. Keep it static. So there's options, but keep your body moving. This is definitely intended to be kind of cardio focused. All right. Am I ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Okay. Press and play. There's 10 seconds. We're going to start with split lunges, 4 minutes. I think this is the last super cardio set here. Go. You can keep your hop small. Also, you can keep it on one leg. A lot of variations. Burpees. Generally love burpees. Not so sure about today. 2, 1, go. Trying to do faster. An experiment. One out of 4. 3, 2, 1. Try to find a point to stare at. Help you balance. One more. 1, go. Sorry if I'm doing me a little weak. think I'm gonna skip the jumping on this one. It's also like 8:30 in the morning. I'm not always so good working out this early. Okay, second to last, burpee. Last one. I'm gonna try to jump. Three, two, done. Last burpee. Struggle together, Sammy. Okay. Jesus. Fucking peace. Well, I think she's a big workout this morning. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. I need water, hold on. Oh, you can still hear me, even though I'm away. Is it weird? Tricep dips and pistol squats. This one is much less cardio. It'll still be hard, much less cardio. So this is a good transition out of some really tough stuff into some more sustained strength-based training. I love water. Okay, so tricep dips. When I do it from the side, I think you'll be able to see it. Whew. So for a tricep dip, whatever your equipment is, how high or low you are, it is easier. So you want to have your hands, you want to be kind of on your palms, fingers draped over the side of the edge, and hips, legs out straight, heels on the ground, toes up, flexed, and hips back as close as possible to where your hands are to do the dip down. That's the hardest version. It gets easier if you bend your legs and kind of release some of that pressure. I recommend doing it this way. You don't have to do a lot of them. Just go slow and make sure your elbows keep pointing straight back and push straight up. You do not have to do a lot. Like I said, it is not a speed game for these strength-based ones. It is control that will give you better muscle tone and coordination for all things. If you could do things slow, you can do them fast. Then we're moving to a pistol squat. Not sure if you can do pistol squats, So I'll give you some alternatives to help build you to those pistol squats. Normal pistol squat, we're going to be alternating between the rounds. So first round, right leg, next round, left leg, back and forth. Pistol squat is you have one leg off the ground, one leg on the ground, and you're just squatting on one leg. Again, make sure that your knee, the squatting knee, is being pulled out towards kind of the edge of your mat because you don't want it bowing in. You're just going to engage your glutes and your abs, and you're going to squat back all the way down, keeping your other leg off the ground, and stand back up. If you can't do that, two alternatives. One is to stand by whatever you did your tricep dips on and just do squat until your butt hits and stand up, but don't like stay sitting there, like use it as a bounce back. But again, just on one leg, so that'll help get you to that motion. If you feel comfortable with that, the next phase, I'm not sure if I can actually do it on here, but I was watching videos on how to train for it. It's really to get yourself elevated. It doesn't have to be so high, but just so your other foot is off the ground, and to do a squat just so you have room to kind of play around with your leg, not on the ground. There's also methods to, if you have a doorknob near you or like anything that you can anchor on, you can also take a resistance band. I'm going to press play because it's almost, we still have a minute on the timer for rest. But you have a resistance band. You could also like hold on to that for helping. It'll take some finagling. This is definitely kind of a coordination move, but it's really fun. I love pistol squats. I feel like they're the most helpful thing, honestly, for rock climbing too, because there's a lot of times you're in a really squatted position. You really have to just stand on one leg, and people all think it's the pull-ups. I'm definitely not the world's best climber, but I think it's a lot more leg muscle than people give it credit for. So get ready. We have 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go. I kind of look down at my toes so my chin stays a little tucked. And now starting on the right leg, pistol squat. 3, 2, 1. And again, just take these slow. Make sure you tuck when you're all the way at the top. Tuck your pelvis. Do a proper squat. You can definitely feel the bruise on my knee. All right, done. Like I said, this one is much less cardio, which is really nice after all of that. Okay, now we're doing the left leg. And it's natural to have an easier time on your dominant leg. Not always so good on my left, but I haven't practiced these in a minute. So I am sure I'm wobbly without the best form, but practice makes better. Fake it till you make it. We're halfway through this round. Last right leg pistol. All right, last tricep dip. Whew, so close. Ooh, my arms. I'm supposed to go climbing later. Maybe this is a bad idea. Last one. One more. All right. I'm not even sure. I want to do the rest. Okay, high pulls and mountain climbers should be fairly straightforward. If you have a kettlebell, just hold it by the horns in front of you. Again, this isn't about reps. Keep your legs shoulder distance apart, slight bend to the knees, tuck your pelvis under, and just pull your elbows up towards your ears. Just like that. It's a kind of you don't want to make it super dynamic. You want it to be more static. Dumbbells, let me pause it. 1 minute goes very fast when you're trying to explain things. It's very different trying to explain it. You can do, if you have a heavier dumbbell, you can do one holding the outside, or I guess you could try to hold the inside still. And again, same move. You try to bring it up towards your nose with your elbows pointed outwards. If you have two lighter ones, you can hold them both in front of you where they touch and high pull to the side. So depending on your equipment is what you will do. Put this back. All right, so let's press play. Oh, sorry, and then mountain climbers. Oh, we have shoulder workout. Mountain climbers, you get in a plank, hands shoulder width apart, and you are just exchanging knee to chest, alternating. And you can go really fast or slower. I feel this most in my shoulders. I actually kind of hate mountain climbers. So, but only 4 minutes. Ten seconds more. And go. Make sure you keep your chin tucked. And the goal is really to get your elbows higher, but you don't want to use momentum. Okay. Get ready in a plank. I also don't really like going really fast with mountain climbers. They're just not my favorite exercise. They are effective and popular. And go. Now keep your shoulders above your wrists. But I hate this one, so I'm not always very good at it. Shoulders are killing. One more. All right. Get ready, go. All right. Last high pull. So glad I chose 25 pounds for this version. Gotta work back up to the 35. You know, there's a lot of talk lately about periods and training and how you really are stronger and more confident on your ovulation rather than on your PMS part and period part. So I think it's interesting and something worth paying attention to. I feel it in climbing for sure. All right, last one. 2, 1. My shoulders. Stretch it out if you need. We'll do a fun little shoulder stretch at the end. All right. We're doing frog sprawlees, and I don't want to do V-ups. I'll show you a V-up. I'm going to do bicycles instead because, again, in my period, I feel different strength abilities in my abs specifically, and V-ups take a lot of stability that I don't think I can really give. So frog sprawlees, they're kind of fun. It's I don't think I've done them with you yet, but you kind of get in a plank position, or like an animal position, bear crawl, which is like a tabletop with your knees elevated, and the idea is to hop forward with your elbows, with your knees going into your elbows and back. So I guess it's more of a plank. You could do either. The bear crawlies, going back to that will be actually harder. But so the full motion, and then you stand up. So let me just do it for you, and you can press pause and practice it. But I want you to see it, and it's super fun. Sometimes it makes me giggle, but stand up, tip your pelvis, and back down. Okay, just rewind and I'll do it one more time. If you can't do the sprawly jump, alternative, tuck one elbow in, one knee to one elbow, and then go back and forth just to get the motion. And it's really fun. It might hurt your shoulders a little, but it shouldn't. I'm going to take a sip of water, actually. I'm really pushing this morning. I hope this is kicking your butt too, in a good way. All right, and then a V-up is arms back behind you, towards your ears, legs, toes pointed in front of you, really engage your abs. Can you just, yep, maybe I could do it. I think I'll get really tired out. I might try it for one round. Again, it's not so much about speed. You could also do a knee tuck version instead of your legs all the way straight. Maybe I do have it in me today. We will see. And then alternatively, which I might switch to, you can do bicycles. So goal is to do some abs. Hold on, my screen door is partly open. I'm going to shut it. And this is, we've just got 8 minutes left. I mean, probably 10 with explanation, but only 8 minutes of actually workout left. So, and the other one is a total dumbbell one, and I will try to give some alternatives. But you could also skip it or make something else up. So get ready. I'll try to do it sideways. I feel like you'll be able to see it better. I'm going to start with the frog sprawlees and go to the ups. So you have 30 seconds, actually, because I took my time. Almost there. Oh, we can do it. Maybe I'll just be the music. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. Yeah. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. We poppin' bottles all night. Baby, you can do whatever you like. That's the song. It always gets stuck in my head. Ready? Go. I don't even know who sings it. This is kind of like, oops. Like a power move. Like this when you kind of do want to be really dynamic. Oh, the ups. Okay, let's try. I just get really tired really fast with the ups, and then my form goes. So, and with ab wins like that, form is really important to protect your back. I'm going to do bicycles. Maybe I'll go back and forth. Also halfway for this round. All right. Let's try. Tuck. Oh. Fucking yeah. I'm done. If you're doing it properly, you should feel it. Okay. Last sprawly. All right, last round. On to the last round. So excited. Some mornings, whew, I just get a lot of energy and I get really excited without realizing how much I'm actually committing to. Okay, now it says on the paper, clean and deadlift. I'm going to show you. We're going to do, if you have a dumbbell, if you have a kettlebell, then I'm going to show you these moves. I think they're really fun. The cleans, there's a couple ways to do it. So it starts almost with a one-handed kettlebell swing. So again, feet shoulder distance apart. I keep my arm that's not working on this, keep it out for stability and balance. But you're gonna, first let me just do one, and then I'll kind of explain it so you can see it. Okay, and then I might actually do an alternating one where it goes just because I think it's fun. But if you just want to do one arm, we're going to just be alternating during the rounds. So start with just your right. The next round will be your left. It's much harder for me with my left. I'm still really practicing it. Eventually, this move can go into like a clean and press. So that's kind of what you're like working towards. But so let's explain. 25 pounds is a lot. All right. So again, we talked about kettlebell swings. It's really in the hips. When you come forward, it's a tuck of the glutes before you come up. So you're doing that with one. And then instead of coming forward, which I can't really even do with one hand, because again, it's hard, but you're coming to the side, you're opening up your hand, and it's just like a rotating thing. Oh, fuck, it's hard to show without the dynamic part, or even explain it, so I'm sorry. But you're just rotating it and trying to go really smoothly and just rest it on your bicep. So. And, it's difficult, but that is that move. If you can't, or if you don't have a kettlebell and you don't want to practice that, I would just take a dumbbell. 8 pounds might be kind of light. I'd go for 10 at least. But you're going to just do single arm. Or you can do double arm. You can do two, or you can alternate. And just press it out in front of you like that. Okay. Ooh, shit, my arm is definitely going. And then you'll switch the next time like that. Okay. Just alternate. And then the next move is deadlift. I'm going to do this with a 35-pound. It's for your hamstrings. So you're going to engage your core in this one especially, and push your hips back behind you, keeping just a slight bend in your knees. Toes kind of actually pointed forward or just slightly in, but really just slight. You're going to grab onto your kettlebell at the horns, and you're really pulling up first with your shoulder blades. You kind of want to engage your shoulders like that, and engage your core and your glutes, and then you're just going to stand up and push your hips forward. Keep your chin tucked and legs mostly straight, just a slight bend. Okay. If you don't have, you could do it with, if you have just a heavier dumbbell, you can again hold it, and you can do that just to get the hamstring and the motion down. Otherwise, I would say just do air squats, even though we kind of did some squats, or you can do sumo squats. I would do just a squat variation. It's kind of wide. in this interval. So, okay. So again, it was the single arm alternating presses and some sort of squat or deadlift variation. Okay, I'm gonna press play and drink some water. There's 40 more seconds. And then last 4 minutes of the entire workout. This one was a lot. Okay, 25 seconds. So I'm doing alternating kettlebell cleans, and we'll see how I do with it. Let me know what you did. I'm kind of curious. I think kettlebells are really fun. I think you should get one. Garage sale it up. That's where I got these ones. I'd like to get more. Okay, 2, 1, go. Hips back. Deadlift. This one's not too cardio based either. Good ending. Remember, make sure to keep your glutes engaged and also your shoulder blades. I'm sure professional deadlifters would help me with my form. I'm sure I'm only an amateur at them and not that great. Okay, I'm going to start with my left hand this time. 2, 1. When I first started these, I would get bruises because I wasn't doing them right. Oops. I don't know if I'm still doing them right or not, but I'm not getting bruises. But I think the more I practice, the idea with both of these moves is to really focus on your form every time you do them so you can improve that. And you do that, improve your form before moving up weights. Four, 3, 2, 1. Almost done. All right, one more of each, and then I'm going to show you a fun shoulder stretch. I think I told you I was going to do that. Okay. Last one. Okay. All right. Cleaning up a little too. How does it feel? I hope it's good. Activity completed, says my phone. Okay. Last, I just want to show you this shoulder stretch someone showed me. Okay. So, oops, maybe I'll stand back so you can see me. You just need something light in your hand. I use my phone. If you have the most I would go is 5 pounds. If you have like a 5-pound disc, what do they call them? I forget what they call them in this moment. You know what they put on like anyways. You could also use like a cup of water. Stability is actually an important part of this, but I'll just show you the move because you want to keep your hand flat with the ground. So if you do like a small cup of water, I wouldn't recommend starting there. But the idea is you can do this without spilling water. So keep your phone flat on your hand parallel to the ground, elbow starting kind of in towards your body. And we're going to do this first going one direction, and then we're going to switch the direction. And this works stretches every muscle in your shoulder. So you're going to bring your hand towards you, towards the inside of your body, and then scoop it across your midline, out behind you, and then it comes around over your head. You can feel it back until you come back forward. Again, hand, I'll do it a little bit to the side. Hand parallel to the ground, elbow in. Hand comes towards the opposite side of your body, inside, across your midline, back behind you. Swing it around, back behind you, and in. And then the opposite way is just starting by swinging your arm out behind you, over your head, and then inside your body, across your midline to the opposite arm, and back. And then it takes a couple of times to like really figure it out. It's not a super difficult move. And then switch sides, in, out. I can do this one. I love this one. I'm just doing it twice with you to kind of show you what you can do a lot more. Okay, ready? And I love you. Now I'm gonna hang up the video and go on with my day. Oh, I see you. Okay, sorry, this is an awkward position. Have a great one. Bye.